Hold your breath, coin hunters. Today, we're diving into the top for ultra-rare UK coins, including the £1, 20p, 2 new pence, and 10 new pence, that could be hiding in your change and worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Don't blink, you might miss a life-changing fortune. Segment 1, the introduction of the £1 coin, a turning point in British currency. The £1 coin was first introduced in 1983, replacing the £1 banknote in everyday transactions. The new coin was made of nickel brass, designed to be more durable for circulation. On the reverse, the coin featured the royal coat of arms, while the obverse showcased Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin. Over 443 million 1983 £1 coins were minted, making it seem like nothing special at first glance. But here's where the story takes a fascinating twist. Segment 2, the rarity, what makes some 1983 £1 coins so valuable? Among the hundreds of millions struck, a very small number of 1,983 £1 coins were released with a minting error that makes them ultra-rare and highly valuable. These rare coins were mistakenly struck with the wrong edge inscription. Regular 1983 £1 coins were supposed to have the edge inscription Decus et Tutamen, which means an ornament and a safeguard. But in some error coins, this inscription was missing entirely, or had a mismatched design intended for other coin types. These mule errors are considered incredibly rare because they were never intended to enter circulation, but a few slipped through. Even rarer are specimen coins from presentation sets that were accidentally released into circulation, and some show additional design anomalies that have collectors buzzing. Segment 3, the value, how much could a rare 1983 £1 be worth? Now let's talk money. And trust me, it's exciting. A standard circulated 1983 £1 coin is worth its face value. A genuine mint error 1983 £1 coin with a missing edge inscription or mismatched die can sell for £500 to £3,000, $600 to $3,800 US. Rare proof or error coins in pristine condition, especially with verified anomalies, have fetched £7,000 to £10,000 at auction. Experts believe that if a perfect high-grade mule error or an undiscovered variant were authenticated today, it could command over £20,000, $25,000+ in collector circles. Segment 4, what to look for, you might have one. Here's what to check. Examine the edge, is the inscription missing or incorrect? Check the weight and alignment, authentic coins have a weight of 9.5 g. Proof quality or mismatched dies, these are signs of a rare error or presentation coin. Get it graded, send to NGC, PCGS, or a reputable UK grading service for verification. Closing, call to action. So before you spend that old 1983 £1 coin, take a second look. That small round piece might just be a £20,000 treasure in disguise. Smash that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and comment below if you've checked your change lately. You might be holding the coin that turned spare change into a fortune. Segment 1, background, the introduction of the 20 new pence coin. The 20p coin was first introduced in the UK in 1982, part of the decimalisation expansion. Made of cupronickel and featuring a 7-sided heptagon shape, the coin carried the inscription New Pence on the reverse side. But this would only last a short time. By 1982, the New Pence wording was already scheduled to be phased out in favour of simply 20 pence. However, some coins, especially earlier examples and errors from the 1980s, still retained the New Pence wording and became collector curiosities. This brings us to 1987, a year when number 20 New Pence coins were supposed to exist, yet a few mysterious coins bearing that date have surfaced. Segment 2, the rarity, why the 1987 New Pence is so special. Here's the twist, by 1987, the Royal Mint had long stopped using the term New Pence. All coins from 1983 onward were supposed to read just 20 pence. So, any 1987 coin with a New Pence wording is an extraordinary mint error or a possible pattern coin, a trial or test strike, that was never meant for public circulation. Only a few known examples have ever been spotted, and their origins are still debated. These coins weren't issued in proof sets, weren't meant for the public, and may have been struck in error, making them ultra-rare and extremely desirable among collectors. Segment 3. The value. What is the 1987 20 new pence worth? Ready for the jaw-dropper? A genuine 1987 20 new pence era coin can be worth £5,000 to £10,000, $6,000 to $12,000, depending on condition. If a verified pattern coin surfaces in mint or near mint condition, auction experts believe it could fetch £20,000 to £30,000 or more. That's over $35,000 US. Even rare off-metal strikes or mint state errors from this year have sold for thousands. And the best part? Most people don't even know these coins exist, making them hidden treasures in collections, drawers, or old coin jars. Segment 4. What to look for. Could you have one? Here's what you should check. Look at the date. 1987 is the key. Check the reverse. If it says new pence instead of 20 pence, it's worth investigating. Inspect the condition. High-grade coins are always worth more. Authenticate. If you think you've got one, send it to a reputable coin grading service like NGC or PCGS. Closing. Call to action. That little 20p coin from 1987 could be your unexpected jackpot, so don't overlook it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got a 1987 20p in your collection. You never know, it could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Segment 1. The history of the 2 new pence coin. In 1971, the United Kingdom officially switched to decimal currency, replacing the old system of shillings and pence. With this change came the introduction of the 2 new pence coin. Made of bronze and featuring a distinctive design by Arnold Machin, this coin bore the inscription New Pence to help the public adjust to the decimalized system. Between 1971 and 1981, coins carried the new pence legend before switching to just 2 pence in 1982. So, the 1971 2p coin wasn't rare in itself, hundreds of millions were minted. But not all 1971 coins are created equal. Segment 2. Why some 1971 2p coins are worth a fortune. While regular 1971 2 new pence coins are common, certain error coins, proof strikes, and off-metal specimens have become incredibly valuable. Some 1971 coins were accidentally struck on foreign planchets, such as brass or nickel blanks intended for other countries. Others were struck using proof dies meant for collector sets, but found their way into circulation. And in extremely rare cases, experimental or pre-production coins with slightly different fonts, designs, or metal compositions have surfaced. These types of minting anomalies make a coin that's usually worth just face value suddenly worth thousands, even up to £20,000 or more, $25,000+. Segment 3. The value. How much could yours be worth? Let's talk numbers. A standard 1971 2p is worth its face value. But an error 1971 2 new pence struck on the wrong metal can be valued at £1,000 to £5,000, $1,200 to $6,000. A proof strike with extreme rarity has sold for £10,000 plus, $12,000+ in collector markets. And if a previously unknown minting anomaly from 1971 were authenticated today? Experts estimate it could sell for £25,000 to £30,000, $30,000 plus USD, at auction. Segment 4. What to look for. Here's how to spot a valuable 1971 2p coin. Check the weight. The standard 2p weighs 7.12 g. A weight difference could suggest an off-metal strike. Inspect the surface. Proof coins have mirror-like finishes. Errors may show doubled lettering, misalignments, or off-center strikes. Look for color. Brass-colored or silvery 2p coins could be struck on foreign planchets. If you suspect you've got something special, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like NGC or PCGS. Closing. Call to action. So next time you're digging through a coin jar or checking your old British change, don't ignore that humble 2 new pence from 1971. It could be the rare coin that changes your life. Smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and drop a comment if you found any unusual 2p coins. You never know, your small change might be worth a small fortune. Segment 1. The history of the 10 new pence coin. Let's rewind to 1968, when the United Kingdom began preparing for decimalization, a switch from the old currency system to the modern decimal one. That year, the first 10 new pence coin was introduced. It was a large, silver-colored coin, made from cupronickel and featuring a crowned lion on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. From 1968 through the early 1990s, millions of these coins were minted. But here's the twist. In 1975, number 10 new pence coins were officially released for circulation. The Royal Mint did not produce any for general use that year. However, a small number of 1975 dated 10p coins do exist, and that's where things get exciting. Segment 2. Why the 1975 10 new pence is so rare. The 1975 10p coins are believed to have been minted as specimens, trial strikes, or included in very limited presentation sets. Their existence is not widely known even among seasoned collectors, and the Royal Mint has never officially confirmed how many were made. Some experts believe only a handful of genuine examples exist in private hands, making this coin one of the rarest decimal coins in UK history. And because they were never intended for circulation, finding one in everyday change would be almost like winning the lottery. Segment 3. The value. Just how much is it worth? Because of its scarcity, the 1975 10 new pence coin is considered ultra-rare, and if authenticated, it can command serious money. Verified examples have sold at auctions and private sales for £5,000 to £10,000 or more, roughly $6,000 to $12,000. A specimen in mint condition, especially if graded by a major service like NGC or PCGS, could potentially fetch £15,000 to £20,000, nearly $25,000. If a new example surfaced from a private collection or estate in pristine condition, coin dealers say it could spark a bidding war and even reach £30,000 plus, $35,000 plus depending on demand. Segment 4. What to look for. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Check the date. 1975 dated 10 new pence coins were not officially released. Examine condition. These coins, if real, are usually uncirculated or near perfect. Verify authenticity. If you think you have one, get it graded and authenticated immediately. Closing. Call to action. The next time you go through your old coin jar, British collection, or inherited set, don't overlook that 10p coin. That 1975 date could mean you're holding a $25,000 treasure in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever come across a rare decimal coin. Who knows, you might be the next collector to strike gold from silver.